up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another video. My name is Josh and I am just your average Joe day trader. Well, guys, it is day 2, still in this luxurious Hilton Garden Inn hotel. Actually, I'm not a paid advertiser for Hilton Garden hotels. I have my Hilton Honors account and I love Hilton Honors. My wife and I use the points to travel. We get into different hotels all around where we go to. I'm here for work this week where I am in Southwest Florida. And yeah, Hilton Garden Inn, pretty good deal. Not too bad. The rooms are clean. That's all you could ask for when you're traveling for business. And the fact that we get points for every night that we stay in a Hilton hotel is really good. So anyway, listen, you guys didn't jump. I know my subscribers are not here to find out about Hilton hotels. You're not here to find out about my points. You can care less about my traveling. So let's get into what this video is all about, guys. First of all, if you're a brand new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's been awesome to see the uptick and the number of subscribers to the channel. Guys, my goal is to talk to you about the best day trade stocks every single day and share with you about those specific stocks and the ones that I get in and out of to make money. And like today, sometimes there are stocks that I buy into for a long-term hold that I like to day trade, or they are one of the listed best day trade stocks, but I make the decision to hold on to them. One, because they dropped, they went into a different direction, and I intentionally don't sell out of it. I always set stop losses. So you know what? You may take a 5% loss on a stock and then make a 50% up on another stock to recover from that. But BBAI I got into today. I bought into today with Tomcat, one of our Discord members and subscribers, and he and I are in it. So we're bag holding it today, and that's totally fine. It did have a rundown, and honestly, I'm not stressed about that because a nice breathing retest rundown just means a stronger up momentum when it goes. And I think I'm in at $7.57 per share. It's sitting right now at about $7.38 per share. I mean, honestly, not even that far. Had an opportunity to take profit. It ran up to about $7.96, somewhere around there. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to hold on to it for a bit longer today, see what happens. And then worst case scenario, it swings, or I continue to hold it as a long-term stock. But I'm about 500 shares in. Love BBAI. Go watch my BBAI video. I talk all about that and share a little bit more with you. But hey, like I said, welcome subscribers. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And hit the like button for me so we continue to grow this channel and can continue to make videos like this one. What I do want to talk to you about today is not so much the market. I want to talk a little bit about my absolute favorite stock. I had said a couple weeks ago, hey, I need to do an update on my absolute favorite stock, which is APLD, Applied Digital. So I wanted to give you a little bit of information about what's going on with it, today. What is the news that's been driving APLD? There's a lot of question about whether to get in it or to stay in it, or the volatility. It is still a strong buy according to analysts and myself personally, in my opinion, not financial advice. But I wanted to share with you a little bit more about it. And then I'm going to show you what it did today, because I pretty much day trade APLD every single day. Today I did trade it, and I made a nice bit of money in it. And I'm going to show you the charts before we finish this video out. So first, let me just sort of start and say, hey, number one, we're going to break down this mover, this digital disruptor. We're talking about a company that's been buzzing in the data center world. And it's really been catching a lot of attention lately. Applied Digital, right? APLD. And I love this stock, guys. I live in this stock and I love this stock. And it's one of my favorite day traders, and it is in my long-term hold regardless. And I have that, hopefully for my retirement down the road, so my wife and I can really enjoy retirement. Now, here's the thing about APLD, though. I know the market's been throwing a lot of curveballs. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news. There's a lot of stuff dealing with tariffs, a lot of stuff with these different wars. I will say that I am blessed and pleased to see that we have shut down this whole, Russia, Israel, Ukraine, all these different wars and things that are going on. And it's good. There's quiet, there's peace, especially the whole issue with obviously Iran and Israel. But right now it's nice and quiet. It seems like as if that has come to somewhat of a close for now. We'll see what happens with it. But there's still a ton of volatility in the news. You've got to be super careful in your trading, guys. I always say, number one, please make sure that when you're trading, that you're using money that you've set aside for trading. Don't use your car payment, rent payment, house payment, insurance payments, money you need to buy food, to put food on the table to feed yourself, your family, etc. And know your risk tolerance. Know where you can afford to lose a little bit. Even though I've even been sharing in our new Discord that we started, Average Joe Day Trader Discord, that until you sell a stock, you haven't lost anything. A stock is down 20, 30, 40, 50%. Okay. You haven't lost anything because you still own the stock. You are an owner of that company for whatever period of time you decide. So you've not lost anything until you make the decision to sell and get out of it. And I am a bit obnoxious to that. I'm not going to sell a stock because the companies that I pick to get in and out of, if they run the opposite direction and I'm holding it, I'm going to make my money back at a certain point, maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe longer. But now it becomes part of my long-term hold portfolio, right? I'm not trading in money that I need to make my car payment or my house payment or to eat. So if the money sits in a stock where potentially I can make dividends and make money on it at some point when it launches or runs or gets some sort of a positive catalyst behind it, news, social media, whatever it may be, then it'll come back. I haven't lost it, okay? Well, Applied Digital is really playing things smart right now, okay? After this volatility and all of what I'm sharing with you, we've really started to see signs of stabilization. And here's why that matters, okay? APLD is actually building the backbone for AI and high performance computing. So we're talking about massive data centers, strategic partnerships, and basically this expansion into cutting edge tech infrastructure. And this isn't just another data center play, guys. It's a digital arms dealer for the AI revolution. How cool to think about it that way. Recent updates show continued momentum in operations for APLD. And as the demand for AI infrastructure heats up, guys, Applied Digital is positioning itself to ride that wave and potentially surf right into profitability. Now, think about this. Where do you want to be in that? Do you want to be like many people share with me about Nvidia, about Palantir, about Apple, about Google, about Meta, all these companies that started really, really low and had a great opportunity? Palantir, you could have bought into Palantir at $7, $10, $15, okay? Sitting at $146 or $148 per share now. And a lot of people going like, darn, I wish I had got into that. I wish I had I bought it and then I sold out. I wish I had stayed in it, okay? For me, APLD is not going to be that stock that I one day say, dang, I wish I had bought it and stayed in it. Okay. I'm in it now, but I've got 3 accounts, right? Robinhood and the other account I use solely for my long-term holds. My Webull account, the one that I show you, the charts and all that, is strictly for day trading. So think about this way for a second. Okay. Imagine a light bulb. Okay. Or this potential catalyst alert that lights up with whispers of renewed partnerships. A lot of talk out there about different types of partnerships and renewing the ones they're already in. Increased hosting capacity, right? They've built this data center and now they're in a basically a relationship with Coreweave for 10 years. And it's going to bring millions upon millions of dollars in for them as revenue. Okay. Even rumors of these strategic deals were surfacing. This could be the calm before the next breakout. The stock ran all the way to, I think, $14, $15, and then it dropped back down. It was all the way down to the $3, $4, $5 range, and it came all the way back up. That volatility is sort of already shaken out. Now the stock is somewhat stabilized, okay? Let's see what happens tomorrow. But right now, somewhat stabilized, and it's going to, at some point, continue to go in that upward direction. I am sitting on the sidelines with my ticket, ready to get on that rocket ship. And I hope, not advice, not financial advice for you, but I hope you consider getting into this play with me as well. So, APLD in my mind is a sleeper stock. Okay. And that's kind of the question. Do you think it's a sleeper stock? I do. I believe it's a sleeper stock. Or is it quietly setting the stage for a major comeback? Okay. Drop your comments down in there and let me know what you guys think about that and about this whole opportunity of APLD. But let me go a step further before I end this video as a short one tonight. Okay. Do you remember the big news? Do you remember when APLD made this major leap into this AI infrastructure arena, where it surged over 100% in the week after the announcement, spiking as much as 54% and closing up 48% when they announced the data center deal with Coreweave? Okay. So if you don't know what that is and you didn't watch my other video, let me just kind of tell you very quickly exactly what that is. APLD, Applied Digital, is now linked to two 15-year leases with Coreweave. Okay. Now, the other thing I should mention to you is that Coreweave is the Nvidia supported AI hyperscaler. And Nvidia owns 7.72 million shares of APLD stock valued at $63 million. That's a ton of stock, guys, if you think about that. Okay. And APLD is delivering 250 megawatts of high density compute capacity at their brand new, just built Ellendale, North Dakota campus. Okay. And they have this option to expand Ellendale by another 150 megawatts. If you look at that from a financial perspective, that's a $7 billion with a B, $7 billion revenue runway right there at that campus. Now, Coreweave isn't just any partner, okay? They are another NVIDIA-backed unicorn. NVIDIA owns shares in both APLD and Coreweave. And Coreweave builds AI infrastructure powered by NVIDIA's GPUs. So talk about a perfect triangle. It's this one right here. And in the meantime, Coreweave's stock also hit record highs, up nearly 19% on the news, and continuing its rally as the NVIDIA chips fuel more demand. So why does all this matter? Why is this part important? Because APLD is shifting from cloud services. They've sold off all their cloud services, not to be in competition with Coreweave. I'm sure it was part of their deal, and into a pure play AI infrastructure, REIT, leasing high density space to hyperscalers. Okay. This is a bold pivot that APLD has done, putting them at the center of the AI data center boom. So think about timelines for a second, guys. The first 100 megawatt comes online Q4 2025, the next 150 by mid 2026, and the third 150 possibly in 2027. By then, Ellendale, okay, could potentially host 400 megawatts of AI compute power with potential to go beyond 1 gigawatt. That is huge, huge. And from a technical standpoint, APLD broke out from a bullish cup and handle pattern. Trading volume spiked, and the analysts are eyeing resistance zones at $17 and $28 with upside targets as high as $46.70. So Discord group, when you guys say to me, what's a good entry point for APLD? Okay, when should I get into APLD? And I'm going to tell you how I trade is through support and resistance levels. I know when it hits a resistance and where it hits the bottom support, and it bounces up and down in those channels. APLD is very good as a day trader because just about every day it runs between a specific channel. Morning time usually at some point drops, and then it works its way back up. I'm going to show you that in the chart today, but I've trended it over 30 days. I've been trending APLD for months and months and months. I've been a trader specific in APLD. I feel like I am an owner partly in APLD because I live in it, I own it in my E-Trade account, that's what it was and is, and my Robinhood account, and then in my Webull account is day trading. But $46.70, you guys want to be on the sidelines for that in powder? Or do you want to consider getting to APLD? Now, please remember, do your own homework, do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice, just my opinion about it all. But when I look at stocks and their potential, I believe, and I'm in it, it's what I'm doing. I'm only sharing with you what I'm doing. I'm in it for the long haul. My 1,000 shares I have in my Robinhood account, and I have some set aside for family members in my E-Trade account. Okay, I got those somewhere around $5, and they're still living in the $5. I also have another 1,000 shares at $11.17. So I've got a good amount of stock already, but it's not enough for me. I'm going to continue to buy in and buy more, and I'm going to continue to day trade it and let it give me profits every day so that I can continue to grow my wealth, my retirement account, set myself, my family up for financial freedom. So bottom line to all this, guys, is that APLD's Coreweave lease, backed by Nvidia, catapults them into high stakes AI infrastructure. If Ellendale delivers what they're promising and AI demands continue to roar, which there's a lot of talk about how AI may go away. Do you think AI is going to go away, guys? You got ChatGPT, Grok, all these different websites. People are using AI for trading. People are using AI to write college essays. They're using them to create loan applications and legal documents. AI is here, guys. Okay, if you're not somehow involved in AI, and by the way, teenagers sit in their bedrooms using AI to create businesses, while us older folks, okay, I'm 51 years old, I can say that, us older guys and gals, all right, we're on the sidelines watching this happen, okay? Kids are making $1 million businesses using AI. We're not, okay? But me, I'm using AI by being in the AI stock business. So if Ellendale delivers and the AI demand continues roaring, then this could be the foundation of a whole new growth era. Okay, let's take 2 minutes and let's just kind of look at the chart real quick. This is, I'm always on the 15-minute, okay? I'm always on the 15-minute chart. And in the 15-minute, I love to watch what's happening, okay? But let's go to the 1 hour. And look, right, we're over multiple days. So you can see, we basically were all the way up here at about $11, right? And then it came back down and we came to here at about $9 and between 70 and 80 cents, jumped back up here and sitting at about $11, $10.68, $10.70 to where we drop back down and we drop back down, okay, $9.26, sitting at the low point today of $9.13, okay, and a high today of $9.55, okay? So I'm going to go back to the 15-minute chart for you. I watched this, okay, first had a beautiful open candle, nice launch, upward momentum through the pre-market, nice launch. I was in other stocks doing other things this morning. I only do a max 2 trades at a time. So I was in BBAI. I was in some other very fast-moving, volatile, risky plays, with some of my other trading buddies, and made some money there. And I waited on APLD knowing I had this drop coming, and that's what I wanted to show you, okay? Just about every day, there's a drop. This was a pretty major drop yesterday, okay? drop, then it works its way up a little bit. Okay. Whoop. Drop, had a little bit of an up, down, up. Okay. Every day it trades about down, up. This was a good news day, nothing but up. Here's the up in the first market open, then the drop, and then back up. Okay. You can read it like clockwork, basically. All right. But today I let it drop. I watched it horizontal. I saw its upward momentum, but I didn't feel like it was done with the drop yet because the market itself was kind of coming down. And then when it hit this red candle, totally engulfing everything else here, and dropped down, and I waited on the next 15-minute candle, and I said, hey, if this 15-minute candle's green, this is where I'm getting into it. Okay. And I got in at about $9.20 some odd cents and rode it all the way up to about $9.50 something cents, about here. I could have probably stayed in it a little bit longer, but I got a little bit nervous when you had this candle here and then you had this doji candle here. So about $9.50, and I got out. Okay. 920 to 950, guys, was not a bad day for APLD for me. And remember, I'm buying, 1,000 plus shares at a time. My account is able to do that, and you can make a decent amount of money if you get in and out. But remember your entry point, exit points by support and resistance. Remember to look at the candlestick patterns as they go. And biggest thing is see profit, take profit. Don't be greedy. All right. So that is basically the chart. And let me just show you real quick, since we're in here, the S&P 500 today, still at a new high, okay, all the way up today, $624.72, closed at $624.06. Guys, the S&P 500 is at its all-time high right now. And that brings up Nvidia, brings up APLD, brings up everything. And when S&P 500 drops, so does Nvidia, so does APLD, so does Big Bear AI. All those tend to drop with it. And when you see the S&P 500 turn, that's when you know to start looking for your entry point back in. So, guys, tell me below. Hit me in the comments. Do you think APLD can pull off this transformation? And which target price feels realistic? Which price do you think is right? Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you for being here. If you want to see more, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And also hit the like button for me. Guys, thank you so much. By the way, we've got an Average Joe Day Trader Discord going. Go in the description if you want to join. Just a great group of people. We're building a community, trading together, talking about different companies, talking about what we're all experts in and what we, what do we see happening in the market, in the news, etc. Great opportunity to jump into an amazing group of people. And I thank you for those that are subscribers and are already in the Discord. You guys and gals have been awesome. Really enjoying it. I was hesitant to start it, being totally transparent, because there's a lot of work that does go into it. But everybody's been awesome so far. And thank you for being awesome. So, guys, stay bullish, stay informed, stay awesome. Let's get rich together. Josh out. Peace.